Hello again everyone, and welcome back to the Red Gingham. Today I'm going to show you how I make a simple pasta dish for lunch. It is lunchtime right now, so I'm going to share with you a simple pasta dish that I am just going to make up. When I cook, I just typically just make up stuff as I go. So today I'm going to be using some rigatoni pasta. So I have here about 1 cup of rigatoni, and it's kind of a little heaping. This is dry right now, and we're going to be using garlic, maybe about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. This is a medium brown onion, so probably about 1/3 of this medium brown onion, and some green bell pepper, maybe just this much. I'm only going to be making pasta for 2 people, so we'll see how that goes. About 1 cup of broccoli. I already cut them up into small florets right here. And then I'm going to be adding zucchini. I'm probably only going to be using about half of this zucchini, but we'll see, half or maybe like 2/3 of this zucchini. And then for the sauce, I am going to be using this organic tomato, diced and fire roasted tomato sauce from Trader Joe's. There's actually chunks of tomatoes in there. That's spicy, it's diced and fire roasted. Yeah, and it says here it has organic green chilies and maybe I'll also be using tomato paste just to thicken the sauce a little bit. We'll see. Like I said, as it goes. I usually just cook my recipe, build my recipe as I go. So that's it. So my water is boiling right now for the pasta, so we'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so join me. Okay, so I just cut up my vegetables. This is about 4 cloves of garlic right here, about 1/3 of the medium-sized brown onion, and this is the green bell pepper. So not much. So as you can see, I just took out that much from the green bell pepper, and that's what I'm using there. Now for the zucchini, I'll show you how I cut it. I just cut off the top right now. So what I'm going to do is cut it lengthwise. Actually, since I'm only going to be using about maybe 2/3 of this, because we already have broccoli, so this is just additional vegetables. So I'm going to be using maybe this much, or actually, since I cut this part off already, I'm going to be using about this much. So let's cut that. I can eat this later, saute it a little bit, and I'll eat it later. I'll cut this lengthwise. And then just cut it into like semicircle discs. These are a little bit thick, maybe about 1/2 inch or a little less than 1/2 inch thick, or maybe half. Yeah, it's about 1/2 inch thick. So that's how I cut up my zucchini, and we are ready to start the sauteing process. Those onions are making me cry. Sheesh. Strong onions. Do you have any tips how not to cry when chopping onions? Please let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate that. Ooh, very strong. Okay, let's go back to cooking. Okay, so our pan is now hot. So I'm going to drop in the garlic. Now I'm going to turn this down to low, and there's no oil. We're going to try and roast this garlic without any oil, just to give it that nice flavor. And it's not very hot, so the garlic's not going to burn, but you have to watch this and make sure that you don't burn your garlic, because it's not going to taste good if you have a burnt, bitter garlic. So as you can see, it's taking a while to brown, and it's kind of sticking to the bottom of this pan. But just keep watching it, keep turning it until you get that nice roasted aroma. Okay, so my garlic's now starting to have color a little bit, starting to brown, so I'm going to add the onions now. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water just to help it cook a little faster. This is water sauteing, so this will also prevent the garlic from burning. So just add a little bit of water there. A little bit more water. Now I'm going to push this to this side and add in my broccoli. You can use whatever veggies you have. I was planning on adding mushrooms here as well, but I didn't have any. I thought I still had some in the fridge, but it's been used up. So instead I added zucchini to the broccoli. But whatever your favorite is, you can add carrots if you want. So whatever vegetables you have, and that's what I usually do. I see what leftover vegetables I have, and from there that's when I make up stuff to cook. So let's add a little bit more water here. And this will help the broccoli cook faster, since the steam from the water will help it cook fast. So what I'm going to do is cover it for a little bit so it cooks fast. Sorry about that. More water. See, when you're adding the water a little at a time, it dries up quickly. So that's what you want to do. You want to do just a little bit at a time. Okay, we'll come back to this in maybe like a minute or two. Okay, so while that's simmering, I just wanted to point out that the pasta that I made earlier, it was 1 cup of dry rigatoni. It doesn't look like it's a lot of pasta. Not a whole lot came out of it. So maybe I should have doubled it to 2 cups. However, if you are focusing on a plant-based diet, what you can do is just have a little bit of the pasta and load up more on the vegetables. And that's what really this plant-based diet is all about. You're still allowed to eat a little bit of your pasta, your rice, and your bread. However, that's not the majority of what you're eating. Especially for us Filipinos, we eat a lot of rice. But this is one way that you can cut down on rice, but eat a lot of the vegetables. So same thing here, because since I did not make enough pasta, I can just add more veggies. But if that was for a regular diet, that was not enough pasta. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Now I'm going to push the broccoli to the side, and I am now going to add the zucchini. Okay. I'm going to lay them on the side to make it cook faster. It's easier to just do it with your hands than with the tongs, sorry. Okay. So I moved my pan away from the flame. The flame is right here right now, and that one is what I pushed to the side, so there's no flame underneath that. So I'm putting the zucchini where the flame is, and I'm going to add a little bit more water so it cooks faster. Cover it up, and then we'll come back to it later. Okay, now here's a tip. Let's say, what if you overcooked your broccoli before you can put in your zucchini? It's like, oh no, it's not the end of the world. What you do is just separate your broccoli, get them out of the pan, put them in a separate plate, and then continue to cook the rest of your vegetables. That way you don't have very soggy, overcooked broccoli. Actually, these are just right now. There's still firmness to the stems. And I don't like my broccoli mushy. I like it crisp and crunchy. So that's a tip right there. So don't worry if you overcook something. Just take it out of the pan and cook the rest, and then bring it back later when you're finishing up. So now I'm just flipping my zucchini so the other side can cook. See, zucchini cooks quickly. So the other side's tender, this side's not yet. So flipping it over, and then we're gonna add water a little bit to help it cook faster. Actually, I may not have to add water anymore. I'll go straight to adding our fire roasted tomatoes, because there's plenty of liquid here that can help cook that. So these are fire roasted tomatoes from Trader Joe's. And let's see, spread that over. And now I'm also going to add my green bell peppers. And just let that cook in the steam. And we'll wait for about maybe, let's see, I'd say about 4 or 5 minutes. Let me just show you what these, sorry for my noise. Let me just show you what these fire roasted tomatoes look like. See if you can see that. Right there. See the char marks on the tomato skin? Because it's fire roasted. Now you can make your own fire roasted tomatoes as well. So yeah, if you have time to do that, then even better. But this is the easy way. So that's why I bought the canned fire roasted tomatoes. Okay, let's cover it. Okay, time to check. Wow, look at that. This should be done. So I'm just gonna mix it all together. You know, earlier I said we're going to use tomato paste, but there is no need for it really. So this is just gonna go on top of the pasta. Let's see. Yeah, zucchini is still not too firm, but nice enough that it's not mushy. It's perfect, al dente. All right, so I'm just gonna put this over the pasta, and that should be done. Okay, so let's plate up. You know, I made only 1 cup of pasta. Now that's really good, really just for 2 servings, no leftovers. My husband already ate. He ate a lot. He liked it. So now this is what's left of the pasta. So if you want to have leftovers, there's for 2 people and you want to eat it for dinner again tonight, then I suggest you make 2 cups of the dry rigatoni. Alright, so let's put the sauce on top right there. See, there's the zucchini and the broccoli right there. Let's try this. This is really, really good. I know I always say that in my recipes, but it is. The fire roasted tomatoes is really spicy. Well, not very spicy. I myself cannot handle very spicy foods, but this is good. You can really taste the kick of the spice in there. And there's the zucchini, just right. Not hard, but still firm enough. And let's try the broccoli. Same thing with the broccoli. Not hard, but still firm. And that's how I like it. And of course, the pasta is al dente. Let's try the pasta with the tomatoes in them. That's really good flavor right there. The fire roasted tomatoes is already well seasoned. So if you notice during the cooking process, excuse me, let me just swallow. During the cooking process, I did not add any salt and pepper anymore because it doesn't need it anymore. It is well seasoned, for me at least. And then also when I cook pasta, I don't add oil or salt to it because this sauce, this fire roasted tomatoes is already well seasoned, even without adding anything to the pasta when I cooked it. It's already good. And then, like I said, you can definitely add more vegetables to this if you really want it to be really towards the plant-based. If you're really into plant-based already, this is more of like you're still transitioning. If you don't like vegetables very much and you're introducing vegetables into your diet, and you're still eating a lot of carbs from pasta and rice, so this is how you slowly do it. And then taper down on your carbs a little bit. You still need carbs. Don't completely eliminate your carbs, but taper it down a little bit and instead add more of those veggies. Put more veggies into it. Get full on the veggies because they have a lot of nutrients in them that are beneficial with very little amount of calories, and they have a lot of fiber in them, so you get full with very little amount of food. Very little quantity of food, you get full because of the fiber, and then you get so much nutrients from very little amount of calories that the veggies provide. So that's how you do it. And then just have a little bit of the carbs on the side, just like the pasta. So the carbs will not be your main, the veggies will be your main, and the carbs will be your side. All right. So yeah, this is one good quick lunch dish. So I guess I'll just call this fire roasted pasta with fire roasted tomatoes. I don't know, I'll think of a title for this. Yeah, it's really easy, it's really quick, and it's really, really delicious. So before I close, I just wanted to thank my very good friend Veggie Girl, who gave me this beautiful earrings, dangling earrings. These are sapphire stones. They are the rough sapphire, and it's really, really cute. It's dangling. So Veggie Girl, thank you so much. I really, really love these earrings. I love it. You really know me well. Okay, so till next time, it's all veggie, it's healthy, and it's tasty. Thank you for watching the Red Gingham. Let's give this one more try. Oh yeah. Delicious.